the engine and the chassis and the frame. I've given you quite an in-depth and insightful view, hopefully, into this bucky in South Africa as it's known, and as a pickup in the rest of the world. So today I'm going to take you for an actual test drive. People, this is I'm a certified Toyota mechanic. I specialize in petrol or normally aspirated petrol engines. I don't actually go into turbocharged vehicles, and that's but this particular vehicle is turbocharged with electronic fuel injection. I live in a lovely little suburb in the Western Cape Town. It's called Southfield. So here's a shout out from Southfield. I think there's a Southfield in America as well, but this is not that particular one. This is South Africa, Southfield in South Africa. So guys, what do we look for? Well, let's start at the beginning with the basic things. Let's enjoy the ride for a few minutes. Take a listen. You tell me what you think. Roads are pretty bad, so but it's good. Then you won't be able to hear anything that's not right or loose or rattly. I'm first going to take it on the car in two-wheel drive mode. I'm sure most of you guys know that you can't really drive these things on four-wheel drive, high or low, on tarred or paved surfaces, because that will simply damage your four-wheel drive system. So when on hard or paved surfaces, keep it in two-wheel drive, and which is the rear wheel standing only. You also don't want to use the rear wheel diff lock on paved surfaces. That will also damage your rear diff lock, which is controlled by the computer. So for a 2000 vintage, it handles very well, so let's take it on a straight road. So what should you look for here, people? Well, see that the vehicle, when driving straight, that it tracks straight and that the steering is sensitive. And as you can see, it does. But if I let go, it is drifting to the left. Now, I don't know, but according to Toyota, and when I worked for them, this is a common issue with all Toyotas, even the cars. And they maintain that it's to do with the vehicle was designed that way, so that if the driver were to lose control or fall asleep at the steering wheel, and you're driving on South Africa, we drive on the left-hand side of the road, the vehicle will naturally veer to the left. Watch. So that is what it's supposed to be. Well, I don't know how true that is. Well, then again, let's look for the gear changes. The gear should change. The vehicle has been driven from cold, hasn't restarted overnight. So the gears change very smoothly. They get a bit of notchiness. One has to understand that this is a very old vehicle, built for 20 years, and she's not going to feel as smooth and as solid as a newer vehicle. But full marks to this particular Toyota in general. There's the latest 2018-19 model. Wow. Wish I could have one of those, but this is the way it is. It is like they say. So, the steering, the handling, very good. Either side. The ABS kicked in, so there was no vehicle squealing, tire squealing, sorry. Suspension seems good. Steering seems tight. There's no missing. ABS once again. Very close to the stop line. ABS works perfectly. That's why people love these buckets the world over. Toyota is the king of buckets. Everybody wants a Toyota, and we can see why. Just the air conditioner. Today is a hot day. It's about 25 degrees Celsius. You don't want to drive your turbo diesel getting over 3,000 revs per minute. That's just going to cause damage to your motor. These things develop all their torque well before it to 2,500 RPM. What does it mean when why did I apply the brake from that 18 kilometers per hour? The reason I did it was obviously because the brake was also to see the tracking. And the brakes are not the calipers are not sticking. So if she pulls, your vehicle pulls either side, then you got to understand that it's your alignment or your calipers, or one of the components on your suspension, the tie rods, ball joints. Right, here's the way to test the clutch. Put it in high gear and accelerate. And if the revs increase but the speed doesn't, in other words, the revs go high and the speed stays low, you know your clutch is slipping. You could hear the tire noise. This vehicle has the BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, the proper 4x4 tires, the KO, the very first version, and they do have tire roll, but it's not at all bad or intrusive. But if you live in a dry, arid area like Sub-Sahara, particularly South Africa, which is a water scarce area, I wouldn't say it's a drought stricken area, you get very thick sand here, as you can see. Potholes you see sand like. Very often, as I will show you now, vehicles are required to go into the sand, and for these purposes, the PF Goodrich tires are simply very hard to beat. So there she hits quite a big pothole. My dog Duke in the back. He's a German Shepherd. He's 8 years old. He loves going in the vehicle. Well, Bucky takes up in second very easily. Very good torque. Doesn't use any oil. Doesn't use any water. Doesn't smoke. So those are signs that your vehicle is in good nick. Obviously, these things are very difficult to ascertain if you're buying private like me, but if you buy them from a dealer, they must be done and checked. Guys, these vehicles, diesel vehicles in particular, high mileage ones like this, 200,000 kilometers, 220,000 kilometers roughly, miles, sorry, and roughly quite to 311,000 kilometers. Diesel vehicles, if you buy the wrong one, it literally becomes a nightmare and a money pit. Reasons I say that, the cylinder heads, the turbos, fuel injectors, and other whole components in a diesel vehicle. Fuel pump. Right, guys, I want you to know I'm going to take this vehicle now on a little 4x4 adventure. So just bear with me. This is not a permanent. People misunderstand this and don't seem to be aware that these Toyotas, these old ones, these second generation Hiluxes, Tacomas, third generation ones, they have the Aisin, a subsidiary of Toyota that builds their drivetrains, the gearboxes, the transmissions, and the four-wheel drive systems and suspension setups. These vehicles have a manual locking front hub, meaning that if you were to engage the vehicle in four-wheel drive mode using this little shift lever down here on the center console, that doesn't necessarily mean that the front wheels are going to spin. So please follow very carefully on this one. Lots of people switch them into the four-wheel drive mode, either high or low, doesn't matter, and they think they're driving on all in four-wheel drive. But unfortunately, that's not the case, because the front wheels are not spinning, and the reason for that is quite simple. These older generation Hiluxes, Toyotas, you have to manually get out of the vehicle and turn those little knobs, those little dials on the front wheel on your hubs into the lock position. And then it locks. What happens is basically it locks the hub into the axle shaft, into the spline. So it's a fancy little mechanism that when you turn it from free to lock, it literally locks the wheel into your axle shaft, your side axle shaft of your front diff. And then only then do your front wheels turn. So please, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to step out and I'm going to do that. So I put it into lock mode. It's locked. I'm going to put my four-wheel gear shift into 4 low, and it lights up on the dashboard. I'm then going to turn on my rear diff lock. On these Toyotas, the rear diff lock is computer controlled by the ECU, and it only works in 4-wheel drive low. It does not work in 4-wheel drive high. Everything's in place. I haven't reduced my tire pressures, and let's see how she handles. Once you get going, then the rear diff lock light on the cluster stops flashing, and your ABS light it turns on, because the ABS has to be turned off when traversing thick sand. So guys, we have a little flay here, and they grow these wild weeds, water lilies or whatever, and they actually swamp or take over the flay, the lake. So it has to be cleaned out every couple of years. So as you can see, the rear diff lock light is lit steady. The 4-wheel drive light on the dash is lit, and your ABS light is also lit. I'm fortunate to have a little field right with thick sand right behind my house, in my backyard. There we go, it's some thick sand. Beautiful Cape Town. There's Table Mountain. High ground clearance. Guys, my foot is off the clutch. When you're in 4x4 low, keep your foot off the clutch and just use the accelerator pedal. One would be advised to obviously stop and examine the ground for any rocks or stones. So now we're going to, I would say, to the mountain, try and climb this very sandy little hill. So once again, foot is off the clutch. I'm not going to rev it up, just to show you guys how effective these tires and the foam drive on the Toyota really is. It's at least a 45-degree inclination, incline. As you can see, she isn't excessively bumpy. Try going back. I'm keeping it in first gear because I'm simply no more than idle speed. So once again, not revving it up. steering should self-correct. Let's try going up here. No such luck. As you can see, sand is extremely thick here. It's always, when you approach a climb like this, it's like riding a wave. You don't go straight over it because they call it getting caught with the belly, the buggy's belly being caught on the ridge of the slope. You basically go in an angle. So in a scenario like this, you would have to give it some power. Not the ideal setup. So basically not going to chance it here. I feel it's kind of getting a bit touch and go because the sand is sliding. The sand is extremely soft, and the danger is that I could lose grip and slide with the sand and kind of capsize. So maybe it's a good idea to just go straight and see what transpires. But I think we'll leave it for now. The sand seems too soft. I haven't lowered my tire pressure either. So how do we drive in normal driving with on 4 low? I prefer to keep it in 3rd gear. And here's some pretty thick sand. This ground is plagued with molehills, so that causes issues with your traction. For a 20-year-old Toyota pickup, she is amazing. When you get back onto the paved surface, make absolutely sure that you turn off your four-wheel drive system into two-wheel drive. Turn off the rear diff lock. Put your four-wheel drive lever into too high, and then you're ready to drive onto the pavement once again. Remember, when you're driving in four-wheel drive low, you should be on fire roads or dirt roads that are relatively smooth and long. You wouldn't want to drive more than 60 to 70 kilometers per hour or 40 miles per hour. Head on home. So guys, please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed my video. I'm new to this. I'm trying to get my channel started. I'm focusing on primarily two channels. One is the When Enough channel, which is more of a general channel that focuses on diverse topics, but particularly cars and vehicles. And the other channel I want to get going is Healing Hands, where I specifically want to focus on the use of one's hands and one's energy to treat and rescue animals and people people in distress. So please guys, please share my videos if you enjoyed this. Hope it goes beautifully.